Hello, you wonderful people. I'm Marblexa, and today on level 1 Demon Souls, we're going to do our first, our first second level in an Archstone. Now, the format of all the levels within an Archstone is you have level 1, then level 1 boss, level 2, then level 2 boss, and then it's pretty much straight on to the level 3 boss. There's not usually like a whole lot between them. Kind of the only exception really is the first Archstone, Boletaria Palace, and whilst we can do the second Archstone level and boss right now, I don't think we can go on and do the third. The third in Boletaria's case does have a full level as part of it, but I think you can only access it once you've defeated the final boss of any of the other Archstones. So with that in mind, we are going to be heading to level 2 Stonefang Tunnel, to an area that includes what many people believe to be the hardest boss in the game. So this is going to be fun. Immediately, we see a crystal lizard. Don't want to target that, I want to target the lizard. Go. Also, I feel I should offer another clarification about crystal lizards and the whole despawning permanently thing that I talked about. Technically not completely permanently, because like they have each crystal lizard has like effectively a set of charges on it, and the charges deplete either when it escapes or when you kill it, and they get charges back when you defeat a boss in the area. And yeah, that's basically wanted to show that off. Did not intend for it to explode me though. So yeah, the fact that we've killed a boss in this area means that I think should we die or leave the area and come back, that crystal lizard we just killed will have another charge on it, as will ones earlier in the level. And yeah, it's but yeah, them getting away is still just as bad, because it is like you do lose the opportunity to kill them for that charge. And fantastic, we kill another goodie bag miner. And they start more frequently dropping chunks in this area. Oh my goodness. Just a regular pickaxe dude doing that much damage, hey? Yeah, this is gonna be a fun time. So as I mentioned in the previous episode in the Valley of Defilement, it's gonna be quite tough going in a lot of the level 2 areas. So a lot of it's gonna be just learning how to run past all the enemies straight to the boss. This level actually has a very kind of weird boss run. And in fact, we're kind of above it right now. It's there's a lot of I think this is it anyway. There's a lot of just dropping to these platforms here. And that kind of bypasses most of the level. It's kind of an odd thing that it's not like something you unlock as a shortcut when you've gone past the level normally. It's kind of always there, right at the beginning as an option, should you wish to take it. And you know, given the boss at the end of all of this, I probably am going to have to take that that shortcut route quite a few times, so don't worry about seeing that. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness. Not this again. Um... There's another kind of divergence in the path. We can take the elevator down, or we can go out that way. I don't necessarily remember kind of what the best route through everything is. As repeating myself again, I've only played this once, so I don't have the greatest memory of everything around here. Oh yeah, remember these guys though. I'm not sure about what that that goop does. Oh, crystal lizard. It might be kind of like equipment damaging goop. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, come on. Oh. Nice. Oh. Oh well. There's the joy of successfully catching it kind of outweighs the relatively low usefulness of the upgrade material I get from it. Also, yeah, I should have swapped my equipped spell out again, because I don't think the flame toss is going to be particularly useful in this area where everything is a fire creature. Is there a path down there? Well, there is a path down there, but not where this drops. Yeah, I think if we carefully drop down on these platforms, it does eventually take us to where that elevator would take us anyway. Just whether you want the goodies on these little planks on the side of the cliff or not. Oh look! Someone over there waving to us. Well, let's go chat then.
Oh, you're not mad like the rest, are you? Well, what jolly travelling companions are we? Pleased to meet you. Call me Patches. Oh, see that treasure over there? Go on and take it. My gift to you, just to show that we're friends. Phew. I'm glad to meet you. These soul-starved imbeciles will drive you mad.
So you want me to go get that item at the end there? I see no problems with this. Yep. No problems with this at all. So yeah, as the series goes on, Patches kind of steps up his game in terms of sneakiness of his traps. I mean, should we just humor him? You can go and just kill that thing up there. But spoiler alert: these things explode, and that does catch him in the explosion if you do that. And while that is satisfying, um, that's what I did on my first playthrough. So I'm not. I think maybe it kind of you miss dialogue if you do that. I'm not entirely sure. So let's just see what happens when we humor him, shall we?
Oh, my apologies. It's just not your day. As promised, the treasure is all yours. If you survive, that is. Good luck to you.
I mean, not even blocking the path, is it? My God, Patches, that's the worst. That's the worst trap ever. Well, where have you actually gone? Oh, there you are. Now get this shiny first. Oh. Yeah, see that thing appearing from the ground when I go to get that shiny? That's actually a much more effective trap than what you set up for me, Patches.
You! How did you do that? Worry not. The treasure is all yours. Tough luck with the bearbugs, but you certainly showed them, didn't you? Here it is. The treasure. Safe and sound. Go on. Take it. Take it.
Alright, that's cool. Have you got anything else to say for yourself?
You're simply unlucky. Worry not. Stay by me, and my luck will rub off on you soon enough. You're simply
Alright, that's all. Also interesting that he's got the Adjudicator's shield there. I don't think it actually has the effective HP regen on him. Like I think if he gets hurt, he doesn't gradually heal. I could be wrong about that. Okay, cool. More sharpstone chunks. Like, I wouldn't have, like, before I started this run, I wouldn't have thought I actually needed the, sharpstone chunks as much. But that was before I, decided that I was going to be upgrading the secret dagger all the way. Like, using the secret dagger has proven to be pretty effective. Although, like, a lot of the damage of having that is, like, kind of provided by the buffs I'm putting on it, so, increasing its base damage isn't going to do all that much, but, you know, it's a choice of having a buff, like, having extra damage or not having extra damage. You're going to take the extra damage. My god, these things have a lot of hit points. Just want to see it explode, come on. It's bleeding. Again, doing 2 HP every tick, so kind of what's the point? Oh, here we go. Wow, that's that's even more impressive than I remember it being. Oh, you walk around, you wander the level as well. I was wondering how he ended up there. Or maybe that explosion kind of took out the scaffolding he was standing on or something. This will lead back to the elevator. Let's just kind of close that loop. Oh, maybe it won't, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, no, there's more, there's more. Okay, clear stone. That's completely useless. I think that's what makes quality weapons. And obviously, anything that that relies on high stats for scaling is something that's not going to be particularly useful for us in this run. Oh my god. Get them before they... Well, one of them's definitely getting away, at least. Well, could have chased that one, but... to deal with these clowns, and the fact that there's also another crystal lizard behind, that would also have just run away. Is this worth... Yeah, it is. God damn. My god, am I ever pleased to have this secret dagger. Thinking... Is this just a single crystal lizard, or is this like the big crystal lizard nest area? Because if it is the big crystal lizard nest, then I don't necessarily want to chase it in there, because there's a whole load of crystal lizards, and yeah, you don't want to like despawn all of them. I do actually kind of have a plan for them, because I have brought along a bow. And I think if I get myself into like red tearstone ring range, I might be able to take them out with one shot, or like maybe two. I would need to get down to like 30% health in order to do that. Okay, so I just spent way too long trying to get into red tearstone ring range in order to potentially snipe the nests of crystal lizards, only to realise that I actually don't have any arrows. And I am a complete idiot. Oh well. Yeah, it's not like it's that important anyway. Wait, what am I carrying that's that heavy? Oh, the great axe that weighs 10. Oh, and a bunch of these. Oh yeah, each chunk also weighs 2. Wow, just the regular shards of greystone weigh 2 and the chunks weigh 4. My god. Greystone, I believe, being the things for making weapons heavy causes strength scaling. Also, it's the other important thing in here is that shiny over there. Because this is I think the only guaranteed source in the game of... Okay, there's pure hardstone, but there's also... pure sharpstone. So with that and few chunks that we can get from this area, we will be able to get the secret dagger up to plus 10 legitimately. Now, do the little ones also explode? Do not appear to. That's useful to know. Fucking hell. Okay, having to go back for repairing my weapon does, however, give me another chance at red tearstone ring sniping the crystal lizards to see if that works. Okay. Okay, kinda. It does take 2 shots. But it's kind of probably my best option. Okay, that one's gone forever. Oh, okay. They take extra damage from, like, headshots or something. God, these are just bad angles, aren't they? Yeah. Anywhere I can go that gets a better shot at them. Here, probably? Nope, nope, still can't aim further downwards. Oh well, this one's running, so... Another one down. I can probably get around where I got the pure stones from, but... okay, yeah. Gotten the key issue is that, oh, fuck me. That one's still there, though. So yeah, that's probably the, probably the best that this build can do. Regards to killing the lizards. I think kind of the, possibly the most efficient way to take them all out is if you have like a faith build, you can just go in there and do Wrath of the Gods. But yeah. Also, yeah, that bow I'm using, the short bow, that is basically the only one that we can use for it. I mean, technically it does require 12 strength to use, but the weird thing with bows is that in order to use them at all, you have to use them two-handed. And the two-handing a weapon makes your strength like effectively 1.5 times higher, so our 9 strength is perfectly fine to use the bow with. Okay, so moving on from that trollish nest of permanently despawning crystal lizards, we have where I was trying to go before my weapon broke. These guys. My god. Yeah, I think maybe I should upgrade the crystal falchion. Not crystal, the crescent falchion, just dupe the dark moonstone chunks. Actually, I'm not sure if I have any chunks. That might be the issue. That might be what's keeping me from taking it any higher than +2. Yeah, I've got to say the idea of just using the secret dagger with a magic buff on it, feeling more appealing now. Like with the terrible damage I'm doing to everything in this area. Oh my good. Oh, I'm stuck. Yeah, that's Oh, don't do it. Just see how much damage that would do, how effectively that would kill these guys. Still not that good. I think they are just a big old bucket of hit points. There's a dragonstone around here. I mean, that's an alternative idea for weapons to get through the regular mob enemies with. We could upgrade a dragon sword. But of course that's not going to be all that useful in this area. Of course, they'll all be fire resistant. So it should serve pretty well for every other area. Oh yeah, I remember. If you hit them right in the opening, it does a lot of damage. Oh yeah, so that's at least how to deal with those guys. Not see what I just picked up there. Another crystal lizard. Waiting for another one of those things to come out the ground. Apparently not. And I got this guy again.
Remember me? I've got plenty of wares, so bring me plenty of souls.
And yeah, now he's selling unlimited large shards. I mean, the chunks you still have to get on your own. But like if it's your objective just to get a weapon up to the point where you can put an infusion on it, the easy enough source of repeatable materials for that. Hey, floating rocks. Cool beans. Oh yeah, that does nothing. Another thing over there if we just drop down to it. Okay. I still don't think that we're capable of using that shield, but good to have it anyway. If only for completionist's sake. Chunk. Oh wait, there's another shiny over there. How do we go about getting that? That one that's part of the level, or is it just like something's corpse that's ended up there? And it looks like it's part of the level. Is it? Okay, okay. Well, we're not gonna really be using that, I don't think. Because of, you know, the whole world tendency thing and dying whilst human. Wow, that's so convenient, just being able to one-shot them like that. Okay. Okay. Third time's the charm. I hear something flying. Yep. These dudes. I mean, you could just leave them alone. I don't think they're going to be able to do anything to me. Oh my god. Oh my god. How does it just shoot that thing? Come on. Meanwhile, these guys have almost figured out the fence. And just in time to be sniped. Okay. Now, picking up the items from those things is really fiddly. or how their bodies ragdoll and everything. Now, if I remember correctly, this part of the level is a confusing mess of tunnels. So it's very likely I'm gonna miss a whole bunch of stuff. Can but hope that I get the most important things. Like, there's one item I know that's pretty useful. Like, I think there's some pure dragon stone around here somewhere. I think it's in quite an inconvenient spot though. There's also the dragon longsword. I don't need to bother actually taking up another weapon to the point where I can infuse it with dragonstone. Again, I can't exactly remember where all these things are. Pretty sure the pure dragonstone is like... it requires some lava walking. Okay, now we get the hell away. Okay, that's a branching path that just takes us back there. So yeah, progress will be down here somewhere. I think. Is that a kaboomy? I think that's a kaboomy. Okay, so giving us some prism stones. Maybe eventually I'll learn to use those the way they're intended. Okay, that's the way I came from, isn't it? Does seem they'd be fairly useful here. Like marking off areas you've been. Oh. Yeah. One of those. You see a glowy on the other side, but you can't get it. Oh, oh. I'm stuck. Oh, this is bad. Oh. Now we just far away from that. And I can finally find out what this glowy is. Okay, that's useless. Oh, that's evil. Oh, there's two! There's two! Actually, I think maybe what you're supposed to do is take this dude out from long range and he'll just explode. Taking both the crystal lizards with him. Of course, taking this dude out from range is going to take a really long time. Also, I have to be on this side because there's nowhere to run away from the explosion on that side. Yeah, I think that's all there was down this tunnel. Was just that dude and the lizards. If there's anything over this way. Okay, I've definitely been this way. Or was it this way we haven't been? Like, I know we haven't gone down where that orange reddish glow is coming from. That is the progress direction. Where is this leading me? Is that also a split path? Or no, it's just a... Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I think this is like the progress path. Like on the floor over there, through there, I think is the direction you go to get to the boss. Oh, we're gonna explore the bit with the orange glow first. If only for the dragon longsword and the pure dragonstone. So yeah. Lava everywhere. And enemies. And the camera just I was not holding either control stick there, it was just doing that on its own. Oh, this is unbearable. Oh my god. I'll tell you what I could do. I could show off the shortcut way. Get back to that area we saw last time. It also helped me familiarize myself with the route you're actually supposed to take down these scaffolding bits. Maybe there, there. Okay, you can't get under there, but this. I have no idea how I'm supposed to get that. I see some vaguely underneath me there. Sure how guaranteed I will be to land on it, or how safe I'll be if I do. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll take basically no fall damage. It does still have, like, the specific threshold at which it instantly kills you. And that's still something you have to worry about. I think down there might be, bit with some crystal lizards. I think it's fine to roll to. Yeah, there's lizards there. I think there's also dude who shows up there if you have your white world tendency. Kind of asks you to show him a weapon. Like a weapon you can get from the room that the final boss of the area is in, if you also have pure white world tendency then. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get either of those on this run. I'm not sure they're anything that great anyway, and okay, yeah, just make it even harder to tell where I'm dropping down to. Just perfect. Oh, I can see some wooden floor over there. Okay. Roll to that. Worth doing. And there we are. We're at the at the spot talked about earlier. I have no idea how I'm supposed to get all the items. And that crystal lizard over there. I'm not entirely sure I want to figure it out. Okay, so I've decided to try potentially a different route. I've looked at the map of the area and I've come back to this little part where I see the shiny across there. I think if I drop down to this path down here, that's actually like a separate part of the cave that I couldn't get to. Like, it's not like this is part that I haven't been to yet. That's the explodey glowy. And yeah, because I remember seeing an explodey glowy around here before, but I think it was like in part that was inaccessible. Yes, yeah, because like I don't think I can just walk up here if I was down there, for example. Let's see where this takes us. It's still confusing, and yeah, that's another entrance to like the big open lava area. One that's hopefully not as immediately guarded as the other one. Oh, sweet, that's the dragon longsword I was after. Now all there is left to get is the pure dragon stone. I'm not even sure if it's feasible actually with the amount of health I have. Oh god. Yeah, immediately this guy. Oh yeah. That is not good. Okay. Alright, well, whatever that item was is going to remain a mystery for at least a little while longer. Oh. Okay. My god, can't you climb any faster? I mean, it could just rolled off, I suppose. Maybe I should have let one of them hit me to get into a red tearstone ring range. Yeah, that's the bug wall up there. Oh boy. Yeah, firing all the goo out. Oh, would it now? Can I drop? Oh, this greystone, because we absolutely do not need that. Hands of God. Oh, two of them. I suppose that makes sense. I think those are fist weapons. I wonder how fast they are compared to, like, the daggers. And if they'd make a decent vessel for the buffs, like I've been using the dagger for. Alright. Just resin up our dagger. And go take on one of the hardest bosses in the game. Oh, that does a chunky load of damage, that. And, I do not. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for getting caught there, camera. Yeah, there is an issue with using the dagger, and that he is, like, yeah, you have to be right up next to him. And that's a pretty dangerous place to be. Don't know where that's gone, and I'm not sure I particularly care. Okay, take two. I'm gonna try with the falchion this time. Might be useful to have the additional range. Oh my god. That camera, please. Oh boy. Yeah, I get the feeling gonna be at this for a while. One of these days. One of these days I'll get that. Hey, let's go again. Okay. Okay, so that charge has an AoE at the end of it. Worth remembering. Okay, I think that's an opportunity to get a few hits in. I'm not doing bad damage to him, even with the falchion, even though it is only +2. That's a bit of a risky heal. He could have done the jump there. You stuck, dude? Well, I'm gonna look this gift horse in the mouth. Okay. Oh, not a good idea. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Didn't think the secret to getting those items is to go on the other side. I'm not sure you can go around the other side. Yes, though. Oh my goodness. Alright, well. At least now we know. That's just gonna kill me, isn't it? Sure does. Took a while for Don't Hurt Me to realise she was dead there. Okay. Give this another go. Oh my god. Oh. I suppose one of the things I could do to make this a bit easier is I could just by taking him out with like 1,000 soul arrows. So, probably tell by now, but like one of the main things that makes this guy so difficult is how fast he is. Like, in a game where combat, for the most part, is very slow and very clunky. It's kind of why I think, like, one of the reasons that such a large proportion of the bosses so far have just, like, been kind of gimmick fights. Oh. Well, that's a big fucking letdown, isn't it? And one of the things that the number of gimmick fights does do is, like, when you do have a straight-up duel like this, it stands out more. Like, gimmick fight doesn't always mean a bad thing, either. Like, I played this, like, after I'd played, like, every other Soulsborne game. And there is something kind of refreshing about going through a fog wall and kind of, like, legitimately not knowing what kind of thing you're going to be up against. Like, going in wondering, I wonder what the gimmick's going to be to this fight, rather than, I wonder how long it's going to take me to learn all the dodge timings for their sword strikes. Camera, please. I'll somehow manage to dodge it still, though. Oh, God. Okay, ready to give it another go. Changing strategy slightly. In order to get some higher damage with weapon buffs and longer reach, I've actually upgraded my starting weapon, the rapier. And we're going to be applying buffs to that. I've also unequipped the Thief's Ring because it's completely useless here. And put on the Flame Resistance Ring to hopefully withstand those fireballs a bit better. Let's go. Okay. Not the best start. Doing good damage, though. Ow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that double-handed one killed me in one hit before, didn't it? Ow. Yeah. Oh, bad time. Yeah, also a bad healing time. Ow. So, like, I'd be absolutely screwed if I wasn't just, like, duping all these healing grasses. Ah, come on. Okay then. I think that's progress. Seem to be doing more damage at least. Right, let's go again. Ow. What are you doing, dude? I swear to God that... Get up, get up, get up! Yeah, I'm just not dodging those at all. That's the problem. Maybe I'm going about it the wrong way with trying to like dodge left or right through it, and it should just be, oh, that's hurty lava. Just be dodging backwards every time. Thing is, I'm not sure there's quite enough room in this arena to try that. Okay. That's still awkward. Oh god. Oh wow. Oh god. Oh. Oh my goodness. For fuck's sake. Ah. Damn. This explosion's just so goddamn big. Oh god. Oh god. Woo! Not a pretty fight, but got it there eventually. They all count. More goodies around here. Alright. But we're not done with the episode yet. With the Flamelurker soul, we can now come over to the blacksmith at the beginning of the Stonefang tunnel.
What be your need? If it be a blacksmith, then... I'm busy. Forging a weapon strengthens it, it alters its character. Those are transmogrified sprites. Their presence blesses the weapon.
Yeah, and that's all very fascinating, dude. But I just want you to take the Flamelurker's soul.
The demons are powerful spirits. Some can even bless weapons. But doing so requires a powerful flame.
Okay.
The soul of a demon is an inferno of wrath.
Yeah, this is I think just talk to him a bit more because he's on the topic of using it.
I am busy. Each ore has a grade. Mighty weapons can only be blessed by ores of high grade. The highest grade of all is a pure ore that shines in utter brilliance. A spirit force that delights the eyes.
Yes, all very fascinating, but take the soul.
The highest grade of all.
Oh my god.
The highest...
Do I have to leave and then start talking to you again? Just take the goddamn soul. Okay.
That's the one. The red, hot demon soul. Now you can bless your weapon with another demon soul.
I don't think it's used for anything else.
Wise choice. You've done well to put your trust in the great blacksmith head. Bring me a demon soul, and I shall use it to bless your weapon.
Okay, so we can now create weapons out of boss souls. But more importantly than that, we're not quite done with Stonefang Tunnel yet. As I said, every area, each archstone has a third area, which is usually very, very short, and then just a boss at the end. So short, in fact, that we just did it. And here's the boss. And actually, I'm thinking maybe the Thief's Ring would be useful here. Yeah. What better way to follow up such a tense one-on-one duel fight than with the quintessential gimmick boss. Yeah, nothing to see here, dude. Nothing to see. Not sure he is gonna look away, you know. Still, gotta go through here eventually. Well, alright then. Okay, the rubble does come back, which is quite annoying. Whew. Actually, why am I bothering? Get those when I kill it. Don't think so, otherwise he'd be attacking, wouldn't he? Oh, there's even more rubble up there. Get me behind here? Oh, right in the open. I do not care about you. You can escape for all I care. Oh, he's still there. Oh, no, not anymore, he isn't. Oh! Pure clear stone. Cool, cool. Yeah, there's the path. Oh yeah, the breath is still damaged, so you might just get over there and shoot it. And that was the dragon god. Thrilling, right? Ah, we do get pure dragonstone from that. I guess it makes sense. I think that's just the notice telling you that if you've hit the wall in Boletaria after the second boss, you can now proceed. Wondering if I should get that item. Yeah, get that. And also the I've killed 3 bosses now, so we should be in pure white tendency, but I'm not sure if that means like it's automatically opened up the way to that weapon yet. It looks like it has. Oh no, no it hasn't. Yeah. If we reload the area and come back, this lot of rubble will be gone for some reason. And we can pick up the sword that's through there. There's absolutely no chance of us ever being able to use it. But if you're running a strength build, it's pretty good. Called the Dragon Bone Smasher. And also with Pure White World Tendency, there's an NPC that will show up in the tunnel earlier in the level who asks to see it. But anyway, with that, I'll put a cut in here, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.